The Boys and Girls Club is offering the same services to families in need. With us to talk about what they're doing is the Chief Executive Officer of the Boys and Girls Club of Thurston County, Chris Woods. Hi, Chris. Thanks for joining us.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
So, how are you doing with all this social distancing? How are you doing yourself?
I'm doing well. We're just trying to navigate what this looks like, professionally and also personally, with three kids at home, from freshman in high school up to sophomore in college. And my wife is a public educator. So everything from personally to professionally, just trying to figure out what the new normal is.
So how many kids are you guys offering services to now, and what children are eligible?
Well, we've been averaging around 50 children in Thurston County, and we're serving healthcare workers, children, first responders, and really we've expanded to anybody that is on that essential to work list that the governor put out after the press conference the other night. Really opening up to any of those families at our clubs. And we've narrowed down to currently having 4 clubs open in Lacey, Tumwater, Rochester, and Yelm, trying to cover the 4 corners of Thurston County. And any families can use our clubs from any of the cities and communities in Thurston County.
Okay, so how have your child care services changed? What are the days like for the children right now?
Really different, and it's a bit challenging because many of the children don't understand completely. What our clubs look like is we have no more than 50 people in a club, even though we're allowed to exceed that based on the fact that we are childcare. We're not exceeding the 50-person limit. That includes staff and children at all of our facilities. And then we have groups of 10 or smaller. Once again, that includes staff. And then within those groups of 10, we're trying to keep those groups together every day, each day of the week, so that if for some reason one of the children or staff members contracted the virus, we could isolate it to that small group and not have to quarantine or shut down the entire club.
So during normal times, you have field trips, you have probably a lot more than 50 people in a club, but you're obviously not doing field trips. But how do you isolate 10 people from the other out of 50? You have that many rooms in your clubs? How does it work?
Yeah, at the clubs we're currently operating, we have quite a bit of space and multiple rooms within the facility to be able to break down into really small groups and to be able to space them out as much as we possibly can, whether that's lunchtime, whether that is in the gym space, in the games room, in the computer lab, or it could just be in the space watching a video of some kind, which is also unique to our programming right now. And then, like last week, we were really fortunate with the weather that we could get kids outside. And that is the easiest place to create that space between children, is getting them outside and getting fresh air. And so now we just kind of take advantage when we have some relatively dry weather and use the outside space as well.
Do you have additional space at this time? Are the schools where you operate, are they giving you more rooms and things like that?
Well, the spaces we use are the current ones we're using are not on campuses, with the exception of 2 of them. In Rochester, they have said they've got some additional space there at their district office that if we need it, we are welcome to use it. They've got like a conference room that is nearby our club, and then another room adjacent to the conference room. We haven't had to use it yet, but they've certainly offered. And then in Tumwater, we're located in the right off the parking lot, of the Tumwater High School, and haven't had to use space there at the high school other than field space. But I also know that their district has been very accommodating. And then North Thurston School District, Yelm, and even the ones we're not serving, Tenino School District and Olympia, all 6 of our districts have just gone above and beyond to help us with meals, with space, really trying to help everywhere they possibly can. And we couldn't ask for better partners.
And they're providing the lunches, is that right?
Yeah, lunch and breakfast. And they've been great to work with. Worked with us at each individual site on what that looks like as far as delivery and pickup. But they've been fantastic in providing breakfast and lunch each day.
Okay, so you did say that anybody can come to these clubs. It doesn't have to be a parent of an essential workforce employee, right?
Well, what I meant by that is they do need to be somebody that is in one of those essential functions that
Okay.
the governor has indicated. What I meant by anybody is, for example, right now we have 4 clubs open in Lacey, Tumwater, Rochester, and Yelm. But for example, an Olympia School District student could go to the Tumwater Club and we would serve them there. Or a Tenino School District child could go to Yelm or Rochester and we would serve them there. So anybody that needs our services that is on that essential work list and families don't have supervision at home, then we are happy to have those children in our club.
Okay, well, we're going to let you go. I know you've probably got a lot going on and you're busy, but do you have any final comments or thoughts?
The only thing I would say is just how appreciative we are of the school districts and this community and the other nonprofits, because we would not be able to accommodate the need by ourselves. I know the YMCA and Together and other organizations have stepped up collectively to meet the need. And this has really shown me once again what a great community we live in. People are stepping up and saying, how can we help? And that's just been a huge blessing for us. And I know the other nonprofits that are trying to help out. So thanks for this opportunity to share that, and appreciate what you guys do.
All right, thank you, Chris. If you have any questions or suggestions for something we should cover, send an email to rkam@tcmedia.org. Stay home, stay updated with Thurston Community Media, and stay safe, Thurston County.